State Sun Devils mount in America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Sun Devils about to kick it away and get this season started. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bust through behind his pad.
And that's not the intent you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
And the Sun Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. To the edge, it's Udo. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal for the offense. Big guy smells it. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Give to Brown. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. You saw it on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Makes the catch. It's Barney. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Back to throw. It's Raiola. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. Brown has it. Spins away from the defender. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And the Huskers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Sun Devils. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go. And this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He'll start this drive going to the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Wants to throw. It's Levin. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Yeah, now this offense building that lead. It's still the 1st half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing. Take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bobbles him up.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that 4th down, and of course they go out and get it.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
You don't oftentimes say you need to score a touchdown in the 1st quarter, but when you're losing 21-0 in the 1st, they had to score right there, and they did. Nice job by the offense, executing on the drive, punctuating it with a touchdown. Now their defense has got to finally wake up and get a stop.
He'll bring it out. It's Moss. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. The give to the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Second down coming up.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. To the air, it's Levitt. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
There's not a lot to think about when you're the quarterback. You've got one of the best receivers in the country. You get him the ball any way possible. It doesn't matter if one guy's covering him or two guys are covering him. He just gets open and gets first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Steps away. He'll throw it. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella continuing to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him.
Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He's got it, and more than enough for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He's going for a big play downfield. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
Scrambling away. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass, it's Raiola. That's caught, it's Brown. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Running it to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunter. There he goes. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Moss. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. got his man in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's Raiola. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. It is perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Huskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moss. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Got him downfield. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husker! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Moss. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Oh, better look out. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. A run for the quarterback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Levin. Here's a hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
It's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Give to Brown. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. It's caught. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Runs for the tackle. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through.
Touchdown, Nebraska! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. They're trailing by 11 to Auburn. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking for room. It's Udo. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
Really nice play called by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the key.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Going with the ground game left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Moss. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. They'll get this drive started from the 29. The give out of the gun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll run play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got his man on the right. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's complete. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the officials see something to bring it back? The offense set for a first down play. To the air. It's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got to...
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Moving out of the pocket. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Raiola. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Barney. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Barney. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Quickly to the tight end. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And I love the offense, man. Staying aggressive, doing what you need to do, pushing the ball down the field, still willing to throw the football late in this game. I just don't like the ending. Man, don't step out of bounds. Let that clock run. Try to get out of here with a W.
The Cornhuskers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
All right, you've now tried running the ball down here a couple times. It hasn't worked. What are you going to do on fourth down? Are you settling for a field goal? Or you've got to play in your back pocket to go get you 6?
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. After this, it'll be a wrap. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll pick up just a few on this run.